You know, in trading, we're all obsessed with finding that one thing, right? That perfect indicator, the secret strategy, the fastest news feed, anything for an edge. But what if I told you the single most powerful virtue, the one thing that really separates the winners from the losers, isn't some complex algorithm? What if it's something way simpler, something timeless? All right, let's get into it.
There it is. Trading is patience. 4 simple words, but man, they hold a universe of meaning. It sounds almost too easy, doesn't it? But let me tell you, actually mastering this simple idea, that's one of the hardest, but also one of the most rewarding challenges any trader is ever going to face.
I mean, it's easy to say be patient, but it's a whole different ballgame when your actual money is on the line, right? So what we're going to do here is break this big, abstract idea down. We're going to look at 3 distinct, super practical phases of every trader's journey where this really comes into play.
So, first up, patience. It all starts right here, before you even think about clicking that mouse. This is all about the discipline of waiting for the market to come to you, not the other way around.
So what's the setup? Think of it like your personal rule book. It's your non-negotiable checklist. This thing is what protects you from all the noise and the chaos of the market. It's your plan, it's your strategy, it's your specific entry criteria. And let's be real, without it, you're not trading, you're just gambling.
And this really breaks it down, doesn't it? On one side, you've got impatience. This is you chasing prices, making trades just because you're bored, or that classic fear of missing out, FOMO. You're forcing something that just isn't there. But then look at the other side, patience. This is waiting for your signal, checking off all your conditions, sticking to the plan, and then executing with total confidence. 2 totally different worlds.
Okay, next up, patience. And this, for a lot of people, is the hardest part. You did everything right, you followed your rules, you entered the trade, and it immediately starts going against you. Ugh. This is where your conviction, your belief in your strategy is put to the ultimate test.
And that brings us to the drawdown. Look, a drawdown isn't just a number on a screen. It's a gut-wrenching emotional test. It's that period of real financial and psychological pain when your account is just bleeding red. But here's the thing. Every single successful trader goes through this. The real question isn't if it will happen, but how you're going to handle it when it does.
All right, let's paint a picture. Imagine your account just hit a brand new peak. You're feeling good. The strategy is firing on all cylinders. You're at $12,500.
And then, bam, this happens. The market turns on you. Your account plummets, dropping all the way to $9,800. This right here, this is the moment of maximum pain. Every fiber of your being, all that impatience is screaming at you. Sell, get out, just make it stop. This is the exact moment where most people panic and make the worst decision of their trading career.
But patience. Patience means trusting the very strategy that got you to that peak in the first place. It means you had a plan for this exact scenario before it ever happened. And by sticking to your rules, not your gut-wrenching emotions, the position recovers. And you don't just get back to even, you push through to a new peak, 14,200. That is the reward for discipline.
All right, 3rd type of patience. Let's zoom out for a second. We've talked about patience before a trade and patience during a trade, but what about the patience required between all of them? I'm talking about the patience needed over months, years, even decades. This is where we talk about the superpower of compounding returns. It's the ultimate reward for playing the long game. See, it's not about trying to hit one massive home run. It's about consistently hitting singles and doubles, day in and day out, and just letting the scoreboard take care of itself over a really, really long time.
Just look at these numbers. So you start with 10 grand. After 5 years, you're at 16. Not bad. After 10 years, 25. Okay, it's growing. But then, look at the jump from year 10 to year 20. It goes from 25,000 to over 67,000. That's a $40,000 jump. The growth isn't a straight line, it's a curve that gets steeper and steeper. It's exponential. But this incredible wealth-building machine only works if you have the patience to just let it do its thing.
So let's put all the pieces together. We've looked at 3 different kinds of patience, right? Waiting for your setup, surviving a drawdown, and letting your money compound. They're not separate things. They all work together to form one incredibly powerful, unified skill.
So that brings up the big question. What truly separates the best traders from everybody else? Is it that they have a higher IQ? Do they have access to some secret information? Or is it something else entirely?
Well, what we're looking at today suggests a really radical shift in how we should think about success.
And this is it. This is the new success equation. Patience is greater than intelligence. Think about that. You can be the smartest person in the room, a genius analyst, but if you don't have the discipline to wait for your setup or the mental toughness to sit through a drawdown, all that intelligence is completely worthless in the market. Patience is the thing that makes intelligence profitable.
So the big takeaway here is that patience isn't some passive thing you're just born with. No way. It is an active skill that you have to practice and build over time. It's the active skill of waiting for your setup. It's the active skill of holding strong through a drawdown. And it's the active skill of having the vision to let your returns compound.
So as you go back to the charts, as you think about your own trading, I want you to ask yourself this one simple question. Which one of these is for you? Which kind of patience do you need to practice first? Are you jumping the gun on your setups? Are you panicking during drawdowns? Or are you just not giving your account enough time to grow? Be honest with yourself, because figuring that out, well, that tells you exactly where you need to start.